Again, I'm kind of dead serious about this. I don't want to get specific here because we can remove the W and just say omen. Omenizers. It's the omenizers versus the organizers. It's a very, very real thing. It's sticking out. It's like, wow, is this the real way that we're going to legislate and start moving things? You know, these are the parties that we're dealing with. Well, I mean, to clarify, the W was removed away. Omen is there. There's omen or omen. Omenizers, you know, you want to be careful of. I don't want to even get like into any kind of one subject matter because omen. I mean, all kinds of stuff can come out. Let's get as vague as we can. And so there's omenizers out there. Be careful. Versus, like it's their opposite, the organizer. My last video, I'll put it right here. I explained possible organization, like if there was. Now, what does organization mean? If you knew, like, what an organizer was, organization takes on a different kind of it means it's starting to form into an organ, because ization could be anything, you know. There could be omanization, or how about womanization, or is it just womanizing? But then there's organizing. I meant, oh, just take the W out. This is an equation we're looking at, you know, but men is there too. It could be menization, but what we've always commonly heard was womanizer. But who's their opposite? I say it's the organizer. No? I know I'm going away from the subject matter. That's why I'm saying take the W away. Omanizer. You know, because, well, if you're really, really smart, you know it's not that vague. You know, you're not really gonna. I mean, it helps to gain a focus a focus ritual. And I do believe in powers and crystals, by the way, big time, and herbs and everything. You know, but the omen thing, like, it's not a. This means that you're not into the mystery thing anymore. Like, if you realize crystals are doing radio waves, and that's what brings in all of the omenizing. Maybe they do sell a lot of lipstick on there sometimes, and I don't even know why that's still happening personally. I was like, are they still standing in front of the mirror and spackling shit on? Don't they know there's a humanitarian. There's so many other things we should do as a ritual. Oh, so anyway, I'm trying to be funny under Jupiter squaring my moon. Can I get. I have a hat here. A few pennies for my troubles. Did it help anybody? Does the narcissist at all sort things out? Like, you know, they're always talking about it. Let's think positive. Well, did you get anything positive out of it? Huh? That's the way you do it. Musicians, you know, you should get next to a musician every once in a while. Try to inhale their heavenly being. First, you got to listen to them first, and then you know what I mean. You just like, I got to get next to that thing. We duet so much better, but what we mean is to get music, to get you to dance, to get the whole place rocking at fucking 30,000 at a time. Believe me, We are not holding on to the bad notes. And if you knew the medium that we're really working with to get just the right, we would say, if you want to talk about positivity, it's just what's working to just make you go, oh baby, whoop! It's silence that we're working with. In between a noise that you're making all the time. All the time, you have to silence it up. And there now, if you want me to get into the analogy of, well, what's the use of this, Shauna? You sound like a damn arrogant thing. It's gonna get bad. By the time, thank God there's an eclipse when the moon hits 6 Aries. All of humanity, you babes, I'm telling you, you better practice meditation and have gotten just a waft out like I just did. Now I'm expecting real live like aggression and retaliation because these people are just they're eating GMO, doing the bad entertainment. They are feeling bad, so but they're bored, they're uncreative, and they want to come and bug me now. Um, they didn't have anything to do before, but now they do. See, I was set off by the gravel. Sorry, I'm getting all flighty here. The asphalt pouring, and I had a right to voice my opinion and say, you have to do that to some people sometimes. If you see them dropping, my friend used to do that. We were out in the forest, and we some people would be hiking or whatever, be in a campground, but no, out in the wilderness, and people will eat a sandwich and just start flinging their plastic wrappers. Pardon me, onto a pristine forest floor. It's so beautiful up here because people that live here kept it that way. Keep it that way. They keep it to keep. Just got to take a hike. But when you're taking a hike and you see somebody throw their trash around, my friend used to kind of look at them and then walk up after they took a walk away, and she would grab up the trash and then kind of wait, because it's a small town, and then but you'll run back into them, and she'll say, "Excuse me, you left this over there," and it's kind of like shoving it back into their mouth, you know. You have to make them aware. I would shove it in their mouth, and they would never do it again. That's the Aries way. I think she's a Gemini. Aries are not really always the way to go. You want to maybe talk to Libra over there. They will appoint an attorney or play a beautiful song, and then you'll just feel so bad. You'll feel so fucking bad. You'll be like, I can't believe I just fucking walked all over this shit. That's the better way. Love is always the better way. You're like I wanted to talk. I mentioned John Lennon in one of my videos, and I want you to understand who John Lennon was. If you didn't know who he was, he was very famous. Played for the Beatles, and he decided, well, shit. I'm an advertiser. Really, I can advertise peace and I can advertise love. He knew exactly what he was talking about. Just like I'm about to tell you. If you ever know what reality really is, it's actually peace. And there's where love is possible. Only that's the way it is. That's just an equation. It's like, oh, that's easy. God, it's so easy. It's easy. Isn't it easy? Oh my God, no. Um, what you have is a world out there that is fashioned to distract you away from the fact of that potential right there. It's there, but it's not there. You see the upside down and backward version of the potential of what love can really be. And what is that? Human, just becoming human, being purely aware. It's not a mind, it's the heart. And you cannot, and I'm here to tell you, along with very few that know what's going on this planet, and you better make a decision soon. Split is happening. You cannot have one foot in one and one foot in the other. You make a choice. What what intelligence you want. This one is like AI and this is IA. The heart is a magnetic electrical sensor that in fact is getting all of the information, and your brain is just a receiver. And we have to see, we're going to open up more, like people like me. If Barbie doll over here can begin to try to communicate some things and is actually just channeling things, I'm way I should be sleeping right here right now. We're not going to really get anything really sensible into our, be able to understand it. See, I'm kind of a forefronter. I'm the leader. I live in the West, and I could be the leader of the entire Western Hemisphere, or the Earth. I could be the one. I might be. It's skeptical. I need to collaborate with my higher ups and confirm. Yes, this is the reason why you're orphaned, and you're able to meditate in such a way, and you see the edge that humanity is on right now, and you're the only one that's given the key about your language, how you're going to hook it up, back up with your intellectual property as human beings who are one with the universe. That's their intellectual property. The money thing, it can be abolished, because if you get higher up, then you're being of some use, and you're not going through abuse.